Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. This could be somebody that you have been in a relationship with. It could be a situationship, or you could have simply exchanged glances and you know there's something there, but maybe someone's keeping quiet. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. And do keep in mind that we do sometimes pick up on other people's energy. We can exchange energy. We mirror another individual as well. So there is a possibility that some of you may feel that some of the cards that come out here, they are actually your cards. In actual fact, they're not your cards. They are the other person's feelings and emotions. But I'm just looking into that. But since we do exchange, ooh, and I hope you don't, because there's a lot of grief here, and we do mirror. Are you grieving? I see that here. A lot of confusion and a lot of grief, feeling very overwhelmed. This person is very, holy smokes. Okay, everything just fell. 1 second. Yeah, so this person is definitely very overwhelmed. It's like, you know what it's like? You know some movies where they have those scenes, and the thing is it actually happens in real life. If you see somebody and you're walking down a hallway and you have these books and these papers and you see them, and suddenly you get nervous and they just all fall right down to the floor. That's what this feeling is like. This person is very nervous around you. They have a lot of sexual desire as well. We have sexuality, we have wisdom. We also have compassion. Yeah. Sagittarius, this person has used you sexually on some level, and they regret it. They're becoming wiser. They feel sorry for what they've done to you. Have they said it? You guys know. All right. I'm just looking at the cards to see if they're aligned. So I'm going to go through the cards. We have here inspiration, followed by abundance, selfhood, crisis, grief, sexuality, wisdom, compassion, and then we have justice under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. All right, Sag, I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. Something perhaps that they have on the inside, but they don't want to tell you. Perhaps they can't. I know they can't because they're very overwhelmed. My dear Sagittarius, having you in my life is like a breath of fresh air, a sea breeze, freshness, droplets of water that tickle my face when it's extremely cloudy and foggy. You make me feel alive again, fresh again. You inspire me and make me see the world with rose-tinted glasses. There's many things about you that inspire me, that bring out the best in me. I see and I feel things differently now, not like I used to before. A part of me was dead before. It was dormant. It was quiet. Not much used to happen. But then you came along, and all that changed. There's a fire in you, this spark, and it ignited something inside of me. And now the world, to me, smells different, sounds different, tastes different, it looks different. But the different is good. Everything is more alive than before. And I look forward to every day when I wake up, because I know somehow I might just run into you, or there may be some hope. I hold on to that hope. With you, I have experienced and I know that I can learn a lot from you. In this connection, there is a lot of abundance, many things we can learn from each other. And I feel that you and I would make a power couple. You bring out the best in me. But I also see now that I've turned you into someone different. I was different back then, and so were you. But because of my deeds, because of my actions, because of the things that I've done to you, and the way I've behaved over this time period, you have changed. But you didn't change on your own. What I did forced you to change. And now I see you as someone who's different. I see you now as someone who is like thriving. You're not at all codependent. You're not dependent on me. You don't need me. Do you even want me? I see you being defensive. I see you thriving. It's as if you don't even need me anymore. The aura around you now tells me that you are this type of individual who is single and ready to mingle. And that scares me, because that leaves an open door for somebody else to come in. I don't want that. Because of this now, because you're not the same person that you used to be, now things are different about you. Now there's a mystery about you. I can't solve this mystery. I thought I had this solved. A long time ago I did. But because you're different now, I'm dealing with a different person. I do feel now that there are these feelings and emotions that have become so intense and strong inside of me that they are so overwhelming. These feelings and emotions that are inside me are so overwhelming that I am unable to make sense of them. But I need to sort out these feelings and emotions. And I have to, because I can't move on. I'm grieving. I feel like I have lost you forever. There's certain things about you that I never really appreciated. I never really looked beyond the material. I was materialistic, only into the physical. I never looked at the spiritual and the emotional side of things. I never saw that part in you. I ignored it because I was only focused on the sexual side, the physical side, the materialistic side. This is the reason I don't reach out, because I can't reach out. I feel really shitty about what I've done to you. Now my heart feels regret, guilt, remorse, sadness, and melancholy. My heart is broken because I feel like I've lost everything. I didn't value you when I should have. I don't know if it's too late, but now I still feel on the inside that sexual desire for you, but I am more wiser. I'm wiser now. I'm different than what my mindset was like before. Now I have evolved. I've grown. You can't see this because I don't want to show this to you, but I have learned a lesson. It was a hard lesson. I'm no longer the same person. But you don't know this because I don't show you this. What I do feel is compassion and empathy. Sometimes I even feel pity for you to have fallen in love with someone like me, for having these feelings, for giving yourself to me. I am not worthy of you. How could you possibly have done this? Why would you do this? Why me? Am I that special? I just feel really bad for what I've put you through. I know I've broken your heart. And maybe you don't want to be with anybody else ever again in this way. Maybe you don't want to share your kisses, your body, your touch. Because I hurt you. And you don't want anyone else to hurt you again. And it's hard for you to move on, but now I know that this was a lesson. Maybe for you, but I know definitely it was for me. Because this entire situation, Sagittarius, has made me wiser. And now, in the future, what I want is to finally bring justice to the situation. I want to fix things that have happened. Before, there was an imbalance. Many things that were supposed to happen from my side, they didn't. It was very much one-sided. But as time has gone by, I've realized that I have been truly that selfish. You were the one making the effort, and I was just relaxing and taking. That's all I was doing. It was not a good balance. I didn't treat you like a person. I actually treated you more like an object. And not even an object of my affection. Just an object of lust. And this is why I now feel and I know that things have to change. I want to bring justice into this situation because you deserve justice. I want to make things right. All right, Sag. Wow. Of course, this is not going to resonate with all of you. I mean, honestly, the way this reading's going, I hope it doesn't really, but I know it probably will with many of you on different levels. But this is really, it's bad, but honest to God, it happens to so many of us, right? And that's the thing about connections is, first, it is truly the physical aspect, the physical side of things. You know, we're attracted to what we see. And so whatever we see is what we go for. There's so many things about people seeing. Here, it talks more about the body, like your body, your physical aspects, your physical characteristics. But then we also have people that can be in a connection for so long. And you can physically be with them. But on the inside, I have to tell you, they're like a scam artist. They're a fraud. They're not the real deal. Because they want something out of it. You guys, you know, just be careful. If you feel and see any red flags, the best thing you can do is take things slow. And it's hard if you're horny. It's hard. I know. So you got to keep your distance. Because it's almost like you have to put, you know, people through loopholes and like test them and that kind of stuff. In all honesty, if you've been hurt, that's the best way of going about it in the future. Don't just fall head over heels. No. Because that is, at some point, it makes you vulnerable, but it's important to be vulnerable as well. You have to find a good balance. Here, you gave your all, whatever you could, and it wasn't valued. It was considered like, okay, it's just another everyday thing. It's not a rarity. You have to be rare, like a rare diamond. Hardly someone that can find you or catch you. Like, it has to be that type of a connection where you're available, but not all the time. Only then will you gain value. If you're there all the time, there's not going to be much value. All right. Let's have a look at any type of situation that occurred in the past. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. Something that may have caused the problem in the first place. All right, I'm going to put this back, but this is the first card that just came up. Two of Coins. Somebody here that's really busy, overwhelmed with work, not being able to make priorities juggle. They're juggling, but they can't juggle many priorities. They are overwhelmed with work. They've taken on too much. So here we have Six of Coins and the King of Staves. Let's just look at the time. Okay. Six of Coins. Now, with the Six of Coins, this does talk about, how this person may have used wealth, psychological, emotional manipulation, even sexual manipulation, simply to manipulate the other person. So, wow. Either they were doing this knowingly or willingly, and they knew it, or maybe this is just their nature, but you felt it. Either way, this connection talks about the main word, manipulation. Somebody here feels very much manipulated. That's not good. Here we have this person was giving you certain things or doing certain things for you with expectations, the thought of, okay, I do this for you and then you give me this in return. Oftentimes it's, let's take the girl to dinner and then I can sleep with her afterwards. Yay, I just bought her a meal. Like, no, that's not right. Oh my God. It's like, what does that equate to? If you have a meal with somebody, you're in the bedroom with them, okay, what happens if you have a coffee? Does that equal to something halfway, you know? Like, oh, I could categorize so many things right now in my mind. But you guys know what I mean, right? There's this trend these days where someone may take you out or may give you a few things. And in all honesty, it's not just these days. It's been there for a long time. But who sets these trends? Human beings do. Do we have will? Yes, we do. To continue that trend, we can continue it. To stop it, yeah, you can put your foot down. You'd say, no, I'm not doing that. You say that to a friend, they follow your lead. You say that to a community, everybody starts following, and then the trends are changing. Right? It's really weird. I'm even going to mention this, but maybe I guess I should. I was going to work and I was in the elevator and they had this commercial thing on, like this news, little bullet points of news that are occurring throughout the day. There was one piece of information that came through which said along the lines of, and it's not 100%, I guess, you know, I can't quote it word for word, but the gist of it was these days there's a new trend where people that are going on dates, they're getting non-alcoholic beverages. They're having coffee or juice or something like that. And they said, I don't know how much, I think it was 25 to 30 something, please don't quote me on that, but there was at least 0.25%, right, where the date turned out to be very genuine and things started to work out and progress with those particular couples because they took it slow, they took it easy, they did not get drunk on the first date. And that was really interesting. So take it as it resonates, guys. Maybe that's helpful for some of you out there, but you see what I'm talking about, trends, right? Trends in society, people make that. We make things and we can break things. So it's really up to you guys. Individually, what you feel comfortable. If you can handle it, no problem. However, alcohol and certain narcotics do give you an excuse. It opens a gateway, right? So you have to be careful. Just be careful when it comes to relationships, because we have to be very open. We have to be disciplined. And we need to have that level of respect and a little bit boundaries. We have to have those healthy boundaries. Because if you have boundaries, people do respect you. If you don't have boundaries, for some strange reason, they don't respect you. I mean, I truly am not the type of person that keeps up boundaries, but people walk all over me all the time. And that's probably why. But you guys do what you think is right. Learn from any, issues that you've had in the past. Don't repeat that. Here we have the King of Staves. The King of Staves. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Staves or staves. I call it staves. This talks about how this particular person in the beginning, Sag, may have seemed to be someone who was really confident, a lot of self-esteem, like they knew how to grab onto someone and make them attracted. Like you get easily attracted to this person, but they have this type of charisma, this type of charm. I mean, it is a King of Staffs, right? It's the wands. Very hot, very sexy looking. We have here wanting to harness these forces at this point. So there was a time when this person was confident. However, what happened was that they started to lose this confidence because things started to become more real for them. Remember, you had the sexuality card, and right before that you had the grief card. So that does mean that this person is grieving because of the act of being sexual with you. It was just, they didn't feel right. At some point, it just felt wrong. This is what they're feeling. And this is one of the reasons why they started to pull back. Yep. They started to keep their distance from you because you were a good girl or you were a good boy, good woman or good man. Not into that kind of stuff. Thinking that they were corrupting you and wanting to keep you clean and pure. They were dirty and they wanted to keep you at that distance. They were like, oh no, I can't do this to this person. No, I can't do this. This person's too sweet. That's exactly why you had the compassion card, because they also feel that you are not at that level of dirtiness that this person is at. Let's just put it that way. Now, dirty, doesn't have to be sexual, right? It could be that maybe their habits are toxic. Maybe there's many things about them or their history or their past that you would not be able to adjust to or resonate with. Being with them might get you in some type of trouble. Hopefully not. Maybe they have a bad, criminal record or something like that, and it's a legitimate criminal record. Maybe you just didn't know that, right? But there's certain things that happen here, which is why they put up a boundary. They put up a block here because they don't want you to get more involved than you already are. And they're feeling really bad about what they did. They actually are feeling really bad because you had two cards: mental anguish, anxiety, a lot of anxiety they're having. The two cards that you had, that was crisis and grief. Here we have wanting to harness these forces of support, being supportive, wanting to be confident, but not quite strong enough to do so. So this person lost all their strength. You taught them how to be a human. You showed them humility. Someone who seems supportive but isn't reliable. So this person may have seemed supportive to you. Maybe they said a few things, but they just never showed up. They were not reliable. Okay. Sorry that took so long. I get a little passionate sometimes when I talk about relationships. Okay. Let's have a look. This is the Beginner's Tarot deck. Let's have a look first at the time. Okay. This is the Beginner's Tarot deck, and I'm going to have a look at any actions, any intentions, any plans that this person may have towards you. All right, we have the Six of Swords. And we have the Death card. Yeah, this person really wants this, I'm going to say a bad word. This person really wants this shit to be over. They want this done. They don't like this anymore. They're done. They want something new. Remember, yeah, the Justice card, right? Oh, this is hilarious the way it fell out. Wait, 1 second. Look at this. It fell out like this, right? The Ace of Wands. This person wants a new beginning, but not just a new beginning, but a passionate new beginning. Now, you did have some cards. I only pick up the top card, but you did have some cards that fell here. You have here, for those of you that are interested, Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Strength card. That is quite nice. I usually just pick the top card. That's the way I read, because it has more energy for me. And one more. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there. Do I see any action? I don't see action. Ooh, goodness me. Look at what's under the bottom of the deck. Three of Swords. All right. We have here the Six of Swords. We have Death. Then we have Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Okay. So what we have here is with the Six of Swords, this person knows that things have been really turbulent, a lot of like stormy weather in your connection. They want things to just calm down. Let's just call it a day. Let's just start fresh. That's what they want. And that's exactly what they're doing with the Death card. This is what they want. This is their intention. They want to put things to sleep, everything that happened before, and let's start brand new. What do they want to start? Ace of Wands. They want to start a new passionate beginning with you, very sexual. Gosh. It's very hot, very steamy. This person's so darn attracted to you. They can't, like, that is the main highlight of their life. They really feel extremely attracted to you sexually. I mean, notice there's no, I mean, there's a, no, there's no cups here, right? No, there's no cups. But I don't think at this point that's what truly is bothering this person. This person hasn't had that type of connection with somebody on an emotional, deep emotional level. They may have in the past, and somebody might have broken their heart, which is why they keep their distance from you. They keep those boundaries up. There's always a reason why somebody does something. Here we also have Seven of Pentacles. So even though this person wants to be with you, even though they want a passionate new beginning, there's still this realization that there's a lot of work that needs to be put in. And for this reason, right now, Seven of Pentacles, this person is just waiting. They're just waiting for the right time. For them, it's like, I'll know it when I see it. So they're waiting. They think that they have put a little bit of effort in. They're just waiting for that right time. All right. We have here the Three of Swords. So with the Three of Swords, this person is thoroughly heartbroken. I mean, broker than the brokenest. There's no such word as brokenest. This person is really hurting. Remember, you have the Grief card? For me, this is the equivalent of the Grief card. Wow. This person is... who? Have you ever taught them a lesson? Sagittarius. They are truly, truly heartbroken. Their heart is hurting. They might even be, for some of you, just a few of you, this might even be a third-party situation where they want to be with you, but they just can't because of certain circumstances, and they try to play the field, try to play, but then suddenly somebody caught some feelings and they started feeling guilty. There's an issue here. But if you were to ask me genuinely, and this is like double confirmation, if you were to ask me, you know, does this person actually feel regret, sorrow and pain and heartache, depression? Yes, they do. 2 or 3 cards have shown up now where it shows this theme. So that's really, I mean, it's it's bad for them, but it's kind of good for you, right? Because they're realizing what they've done is wrong, and it's important to, which is exactly why this individual had in the beginning the wisdom card. So they have learned from certain lessons, growing a little wiser, knowing not to make a certain mistake again. Do I see, Sagittarius, this person taking any action? Not yet. Not yet. There's a lot going on in them. There's a lot of mental anguish. This person needs to find themselves first, and only after they have settled with themselves, then they'll be able to approach you. But they have to go through a few things in their heart and their mind before they can be healthy enough emotionally and mentally to reach out to you. They have to take care of themselves first. It's almost like whatever they did to you, it haunts them now. Guilt. Guilt can really eat a person away. It's a very bad example, but I don't know why I'm getting this example. Why am I getting this example? It's not the best. I deal with a lot of cases. Well, one of the things I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now is, for example, a man that has treated a woman badly, sexually, and later on he realizes that somebody treated his niece the same way. Is that karma? Hope to God not. But you see how a man's perspective, or a masculine energy's perspective, masculine energy can be woman too. You see how the perspective, okay, I'm getting yes, women do this to little boys as well. Yes, I'm getting messages right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, don't be biased. Okay, I'm not being biased. I have these, like, there's voices in certain sections of my head, guys, and it's the angels. They have different sections in my head, so this one is actually around like Raphael or Gabriel. Okay, it's Gabriel. Okay, that's him. Okay. Oh, this is such a weird profession I've gotten into. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that there are people who hurt people in certain ways. And sometimes what may happen, God forbid, someone who you love very dearly and who you're protective over may get hurt in the same way that you've hurt someone else. At that point, not only do you feel sorry for that person, but you see things from that perspective, but it changes you as a human being because you know you're never going to do that again. It almost appears here that something in this connection happened where this person became more mature and they noticed that what they did with you and what they did to you was not right. But it didn't just occur just out of the blue, just like that. It actually happened because something in their life was triggered and something caused them to think this way. And it doesn't have to be, and I hope not, a relative or a niece or even any human being. I don't want that to happen. But maybe just, hearing things, reading about stuff, hearing stories, trauma stories, right? Something here triggered and changed this person's perspective, the way that they treated you. So you see how much of an impact that is on a person, because now their entire mindset is changing. Their personality is changing. And for that, is it an on-off switch, Sagittarius? No, it's not. Crosswatcher? No, it's not. You have to take things slow and easy, and then people evolve and they change. Things don't happen overnight like that, right? This is something huge that happened between you guys. It's traumatic. That's the word to use for this person's mindset. Whatever they did to you has, one, it's traumatized them, and two, it's haunting them. This is a very intense reading. My readings are usually not this in-depth. Very intense. All right, let's have a look here. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, let's hear what the angels have to say. This is messages from Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. First card, the strongest. So they are saying that you are going to be receiving some type of abundance. in the coming days. Now, abundance, doesn't have to be just love. It could be money. It could be good health. We all want good health. But there's some type of abundance that's going to occur, that's going to help you. Something that you are lacking, you are going to receive. Now, we also have here, listen to your intuition. So, like me, sometimes I have voices in my head, which is not really the coolest thing, but it happens. And that's just me. And, it would be so freaky if I ever had... I don't get those type of voices, the crazy voices, like, go do this, go do that. I don't have those type of voices. They stay away from me. But just be careful and mindful of what you hear from other people, what you hear inside of your own mind, in your own heart, your own intuition. Pay attention to that, because that is your soul. That is your higher self speaking to your body, which has a spirit, okay? You're having a conversation with yourself. There's two different parts of you. One's like constant, permanent, which is the soul, and one is temporary in nature, but it still is eternal, your spirit. So we have here, listen to your intuition, because there's a reason why you are thinking about this. There's a reason why certain things are happening. Your soul is much more older and wiser than you are, so do pay attention to your messages that you receive and the feelings and the hints that you get. Eventually, if there's been some type of disagreement or upsetness in this connection, there's going to be a sense of forgiveness. And you know what? I have a feeling, Sagittarius, this person that you're dealing with, hold on, they're going to ask for forgiveness. Yes, they're going to ask for forgiveness. Yes, look at that, peaceful resolution. Yes, this is like double confirmation. There's going to be, oh my God, triple confirmation. The situation will improve. Excellent. Sag. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Darlings. We darlings. Okay. We have here, meditation brings answers. That is you simply praying. Meditation could be also prayer. But always meditate on the pure white light. Don't ever keep your mind blank, because I've had people do that and their third eye opens and then they see dead people. There's one particular case that I had was really bad. So always remember to focus on something. The something should be pure consciousness, pure white light, good vibrations, and just think of heaven, the typical idea of heaven. Just pure white light, beautiful city, even if you want to imagine what God looks like. But it has to be positive. At that point, talk and express yourself. You can whisper. You can pray. Here it shows the Christ consciousness. Through Christ you can get to his Father, the Almighty, Jehovah. That's many names he has, but that's Jesus' Father. In English we have that. From there you can call upon Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. They're here to help you, and tell them what your issues are, and they will try to work towards fixing it. Here we also have wait. Remember, I told you this person's not like an on-off switch, right? So they are telling you to wait, because it's going to take time. There will be eventually some opportunity, which is really good. You have here abundance and opportunity. For some of you, I'm seeing that there may be some type of financial increase as well, which is really good for you. I'm really happy. This new year, it's going to be really good. There's certain things that you're going to get that you did not get last year. And of course, we have, once again, peaceful resolution. This is between you and this person. Peaceful resolution. Things that were not so great between you will start to flourish. And ultimately, with the situation will improve, this card talks about, you think that the situation is what it is now and it's not going to improve. Well, will it? Yes, it will. The situation will improve, Sagittarius. Very nice. You guys have a nice reading. It mainly comes down to the point of waiting. You have already reached, your highest level, right? This person's still down here, guys. So this person has to reach to your level. It's almost like, oh wow, I'm getting colors. Okay, very interesting. So for example, I'm getting a color palette like paint. I'm getting blue. Blue. So if you mix blue with blue, you get blue, right? You're resonating really well, but then I'm getting if you mix green and red, they're two different colors, right? And then you'll create a different color, but that's not the color. You're not resonating. You're turning into something else. It's a really strange example, but I'm seeing this in my mind's eye right now. Usually I think green and blue, and green and red make brown, I think. So, you know, the color is not the point. The point is that you both have to have the same frequency, the same vibration, the same level of respect, physical, emotional, spiritual connection. You are already there, Sagittarius. This person is not. And it almost appears to me on a spiritual level, you have come to this planet in this lifetime to teach this person more about humility, about humanity. It's something that they did not see before. But remember, this person had the wisdom card. So yeah, it does seem that things are going to change. And there's going to be forgiveness. And forgiveness is good. Because not forgiving somebody is like having a negative bubble of energy. Negative energy. Bubbling, not bubbling, but it's a negative energy bubble revolving around you. And once you forgive somebody, that bubble pops, and therefore you don't have that negative energy orbiting around you. So that's how negative energy, you know, kind of stays around you. Very simple way that I could explain that. But by forgiving someone, by having that compassion, by releasing that energy, you are also letting go of a few things too. And you know what? It's just best to let go and forgive. You know what? You didn't know any better. Yeah, that's fine. I'm smarter than you. You just didn't know. If you have to do it like that, just do it like that. But try to let go. Try to forgive. You don't have to forget. But the forgiveness sometimes is not easy, especially if it's really, really hurt you. And not everybody is going to want to forgive. And not everybody's going to want to go back to this person. It's not necessary that you do. You don't have to. You have a choice. Either way, I do see a lot of abundance happening and coming to you, opportunities that are going to come to you. You know, I actually feel that it's not just in the next few weeks, but in the next few months. So it does seem that things are going to get much better for you financially, as well as in terms of love and relationships. Like it said, the situation will improve. All right, guys, that was a fairly long reading this time. I hope I was able to provide you guys with some clarity and some guidance. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I will see you guys again. All right then. Bye now.